Once again, I welcome you all to today's Power BI introduction session. This is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies admin team. So, we have a website, okay? So we have a website called razinformatica.com. We have a website called razinformatica.com. Okay, so this is our website. Okay, so we are providing, we are offering many trainings. We are offering many trainings. Okay, so if you can just go to the courses section, you can see the trainings like what and all we are providing here. So we are providing Java, Azure Data Engineering, Databricks, Power BI, AWS DevOps, Snowflake, Python full stack development, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, Python for AI and ChatGPT, Tableau. These are few of our other courses too. Okay, so if you can visit our website, okay, so you can see the many interview questions, many useful interview questions for you. Okay, so you can access it for freely. Power Center, Snowflake, Oracle, IICS, IDMC, CAI. Okay, so these are few of our interview questions updated here. Okay, so you can in future we will be adding many more as well. Okay, in future we'll be adding many more as well. So if you just go to the material section also. So we have a many materials here freely available for everyone. So you can access these things for free of cost, and it will be helpful for you. Okay, so Power Center study material, Informatica IICS study material. Okay, so tasks in IICS, Unix, Oracle, data warehousing, many more are available here for free of cost. Okay, you can just visit our website. You can just visit our website. I'll share the website link with you. I'm just sharing the website link in the chat box. Yeah, so we have a YouTube channel as well. So this is our YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. Raj Informatica real-time hands-on job-based training. Okay. So many videos are available here. Many videos are available here. Okay. So many useful videos are available here. You can just go through once. I'll just share the our channel link as well. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I have shared the YouTube channel link as well. Okay, so you can see many Azure, AWS DevOps, Snowflake. Okay, so Snowflake, AWS DevOps. Okay, so Power BI, Informatica Power Center, Python. Okay, so many other many videos are available here. So for our further updates, just subscribe to our channel. If you really like the any videos, just like and comment on it. Just like and comment on it. So now coming to today's session. Now coming to today's session. Okay, so yeah, so I once again I welcome you all to the our Power BI introduction session. Power BI introduction session. Okay, so this is Microsoft Power BI data analyst training. Okay, so our course duration is 30 to 35 days. 45 plus hours of training will be provided here. 45 plus hours of training will be provided here, and the fee structure is 15,000 rupees. And the fee structure is 15,000 rupees. Okay, so coming to the timings we have two batches on daily basis. Okay, we have two batches on daily basis. So the morning batch timings are 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and the evening batch timings are 7 to 8:30 p.m. Okay, so evening batch timings are 7 to 8:30 p.m. In this training, you are going to learn about complete end-to-end real-time training, real-time project, interview questions, resume building. Everything will be provided to you. Okay, everything will be provided to you. So if you have any questions, someone is messaging me here. Okay, so please wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Your question will be answered for sure. Okay, yes. So coming to our training, so our training fee is 15,000 rupees and the duration of this course is 30 to 35 days. Okay, so and the schedule for these classes are Monday to Friday. Okay, Monday to Friday, daily 1.5 hour session will be there. So in this training, you are going to learn about Power BI, SQL, and we are going to deal with 3 to 4 real-time projects. We are going to deal with 3 to 4 real-time projects here. And every day, you will get the recording too. once after completion of the session, you are going to get, once after completion of the session, you are going to get complete recordings will be provided to you. And these recordings, like, you can access for lifetime. And these recordings you can access for lifetime. So for the registrations, you can just like a contact on this, contact us on these numbers. Okay, I'm sharing the chat box actually. So for the registration purpose, you can contact on these numbers 8105296858 and 9880490148. Okay, you can WhatsApp or call on this number for the registrations. Okay, so actually, like, whoever joins today, they have a special discount on this course. They have a special discount on this course. Just stay till end of the session. You are going to know about, the discount, the special discount available for this Power BI and SQL training. Okay, so here we are providing a complimentary training for you, complimentary course for you, that is a complimentary course for you, that is Oracle SQL. Okay, so these are the topics covered in this Oracle SQL complimentary course. Okay, so this is a 15 hours training. This is a 15 hours training. So this is a 15 hours recorded sessions will be provided to you. Okay, so these are complimentary course for you. Okay. Yeah, someone is asking the website link. Just give me a second. I'm sharing your website link again here. Yes, share the website link again in the chat box. You can check it out. Okay. So for more details of our course, you can just visit our web page. You can just visit our Power BI web page here. Okay. So share the link in the chat box already, and you can check out the reviews about our training. You can check out the reviews about our training. If you can just search the Raj Cloud Technologies, I'll just show you how to check. If you can just search for the Raj Cloud Technologies, okay. So right side, you can see here, you can just scroll down, you can see the reviews. You can see the review section here. We have 100, sorry, like 1402 reviews are available on average of 5-star rating. So we got like 4.9 stars. We got 4.9 stars here. Okay. So like obviously, like you can see this is one of the like greatest reviews like we received from our students. Okay. So you can just like go through once here. You can just click on view all Google reviews. Okay. If you can just click on view all Google reviews, like you will see how the training will be here. Okay. So you can just like go through once. I'll just share the reviews link as well in the chat box. Yeah. If someone want to just go through the reviews also, you can just go through once. So now I quickly hand over the session to like Ambarishan Garu, our trainer. Okay. So I'll just like hand over this session. So for the special offer, please stay till end of the session. You will get it. Ambarishan Garu, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik. Can you just confirm if I'm audible? I hope I'm audible, everyone. Yes. All right. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. I'll start off with my introduction first. Okay, so let me just scroll through this page here. So my name is Ambarishan. You can call me Amber, and I have over 15 years of experience in the IT domain. I've been working with Power BI, you know, from its inception till today. I'm a Microsoft certified professional, like I said, with over 15 years of experience. I worked with Power BI for more than 8, 9 years now, since its inception, and I have seen this particular tool from its very launch from Microsoft. Okay, so that's how I'm with this tool for a long time. So let's go through some of the details that we'll go and cover in this particular course. I want you to walk you through the course content, and then I'll give you a small demo on how to go and use, Power BI. So if you have any questions, please post that in the chat box. I'll take that up. And yeah, let's get started. Okay. All right. So this course is curated for Power BI learners, and I have myself gone ahead and structured this course. This course is kind of structured from the PL 300 exam that we have for, the Power BI certification. So yes, and I've seen this from a lot of institute, but what we do this here differently is, a lot of institute just follow the normal course content. They just go through the details, but you'll have to understand how to go and work with this tool. And there is a kind of navigation and the way you want to go through this particular tool and then get to your details. Okay. Yes, this is a reporting tool, and I would say that this is even simpler and easier than Excel. If you have worked with Excel, if you have gone through the extensive Excel workings and a lot of complex things inside Excel, I mean, I would say this is much easier than even Excel as a tool. This is a data visualization tool. This is a BI tool. We call this as a BI tool, business intelligence tool. And we'll see how to go ahead and, work with this tool. But like I said, the proper guidance and the proper ways of working in different environments, different windows and other things that you come up with in Power BI is very important. So keeping that in mind, this is the structure that we have, and you can go ahead and get to your courses, and you can just go to the Power BI training link and you'll get to this page in our website. So if I just scroll down, a few things that we will go ahead and cover extensively in this particular course is we'll go ahead and work with something called as Power BI Desktop. Now, this is where you go ahead and build your reports. This is where you go ahead and design your reports. And then you have to go ahead and publish this to a server, which is called as Power BI Service. So Power BI Desktop is where we develop our reports and we go ahead and publish that to Power BI Service. Okay, so that's the way you go ahead and work with it. So we'll just go ahead and cover both of these things. We will be offering you Power BI Service, free version or trial version. You'll get 60 days of trial, so you can go ahead and learn that. Power BI Desktop is completely free, so there is no, money, extra money in going and getting those licenses and procuring those details. No, nothing is required. It's a free software. You can go ahead and use it. And I'll show you how to go ahead and activate your trial licenses with Power BI Service. And that's what is coming up. Okay. Now, when you're working with Power BI Desktop, what happens is you'll have to go ahead and work with something called as Power Query Editor. Now, this Power Query Editor is when you want to transform your data. I'll go ahead and give you a glimpse of that today. So we'll go ahead and see how this works. And this can transform your data. This can add some changes and other things to your data set. So we'll go through that. So that's the way you want to do it. So you are connecting to your data set, and then you're going ahead and transforming your data using Power Query Editor. You do that. And we will be working with a lot of DAX. Okay. I have like about 6 to 8 hours of continuous sessions on DAX. That's what we will go ahead and work on. Out of the 35 hours of training that we will have, plus the assignments, plus the capstone projects put together, that will come to like about 45 hours of the entire training, entire course. Out of that, 6 to 8 hours is going to be dedicated for DAX. We can extend it based on your needs and requirement. We can always do that. And that's how extensively we go and work with DAX. DAX is just a formula language in Power BI. So you can go and learn this very quickly. Yes, there is a learning curve to that. But yes, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. And that's where we go and spend our time extensively. And you'll be able to go and get to these details very easily. We'll go and talk about something on the server Power BI service. We will go and talk about something called as data gateways, because your environment is going to be a cloud-based environment. The service Power BI service that I'm talking about here is more like a cloud-based environment, and this is a server that we are talking about. So when you develop things in desktop and you're publishing that to your cloud-based environment, you need something called as gateways to connect all of this together. That's an important concept that you'll go ahead and work on for sure in your real-time project. So this is one of the important concepts we'll touch base on, and we'll go to all of that. We'll also learn, and on a high level, what is Microsoft Fabric. We will go through a lot of integration. Excel integration is just one of them. It's a very basic, simple integration. And you're also getting that, add-on, which is going to be the Oracle SQL. The recorded videos of that is going to be given. So along with this Power BI course, you're also getting a SQL, self-learning course, and you can just take your own time to go and learn that SQL part. That's what we have here. And like just Karthik mentioned, the features of this particular course is we'll have 30 plus hours of interactions, live interactive sessions. I'll be the trainer. I'll be instructing you on how to go ahead and work with Power BI. That's what we have. We'll have more than 1.5 hours of session every day. Okay, this, if you join this batch, which is going to be the evening batch or the morning batch, we'll go ahead and have sessions every single day, except for Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. We'll not have the sessions, but otherwise we'll just do that. And there is going to be a live interactive doubt clearing sessions. If you need it at the end of the course, we'll go and have it, or even at the, end of our sessions, we'll have a lot of doubt clearing sessions. I'll go and give you a few different, capstone projects to work with. We are already having 5 different projects that our previous batch students have worked on. So I'll be sharing a lot of assignments, a lot of hands-on, a lot of, real-time scenario based projects, and we'll be taking it from a very simple way to complex ways of working, because I want to give you all the instructions. Let's say capstone project 1, it's going to be a very kind of a spoon feeding to you. It will have all the instructions, it will have all the details, it will have all the required uh, documentation on how to go and get started with your first report. But as we progress, I'm just going to add complexity. I'm just going to ask you to think about those visualizations and charts, graphs, and visuals that you want to come bring it all together into a report. And that's what you want to go ahead and do. So that's how we have structured this. That's how we have planned our capstone projects. So yes, starting from the very basic, very simple and very easy projects, we'll just go ahead and kind of, look into things from a real world perspective. And how would you get a requirement document in your organization? You'll go ahead and build on top of that. All of that is how you want to go ahead and do. Yeah. Is my screen visible, everyone? I'm just getting a ping here saying that it's not visible. Sorry, I'm just kind of moving away. Is my screen visible? Everyone, can I get a guess on the chat box? I'm just going to take a minute here. Just give me a minute. Can someone confirm yes on the chat box? I'll just stop sharing and start sharing again if there is a small trouble there. Okay. Just give me a minute. Stop sharing. I'll just start sharing that again. Okay. All right. I hope it's visible now. Yes. So yeah, let's see. Okay. Now, so that's what we have. And like I said, it's going to be more of an interactive dashboard and visualizations kind of a thing. We want to get started with the basics and we will go through the details in a while, but that's what we will go and do. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the course curriculum itself, the entire course content. We'll just go ahead and show you what that is, and we'll just go ahead and go through all of those details. So we'll understand the basics first. We'll go through our session by covering the basics. That is how the Power BI is all structured. What is the architecture of Power BI? How does Power BI really work? So we are just talking about few components here. One is the Power BI desktop. Like I said, you build reports using that. Power BI service, you go and use this to go and publish your report and share that with your colleagues and users. And we have also a Power BI mobile version, which is going to be, again, a kind of a read-only environment, view-only environment. So you are going to consume your reports using Power BI mobile. So these are all different things, and we'll just go and talk about the architecture and other things here. Okay. And then we'll go deep dive into our Power BI concepts itself. So we'll start off with Power BI, introduction to Power BI. We'll understand what is Microsoft Fabric. This is also coming up later point in time. We will go and touch base on something called as Fabric, and we'll understand what that is. And we'll go ahead and understand how to connect to our data sets. Okay, very important, because you would be going ahead and connecting to the data sources. So we'll just go ahead and talk about connecting to some Excel and CSV files, some data on the web, some databases that I have on my machine. And we'll also connect to some cloud-based environments. Yes, Azure or Snowflake. I'll just go ahead and show you how that goes. And then we'll also go ahead and troubleshoot the connectivity issues if there are any. I'll just tell you how to go and work on that. So that's just getting started. And it's all about, understanding the Microsoft environment for Power BI and how it's all set up. Now, this is where the real thing happens, and you'll have to go and dedicate a lot of time in transforming your data, because remember, the data is never clean. Yeah. So the data is never clean, and you'll have to go ahead and work on cleansing your data. You want to shape your data. You want to transform your data in such a way that it is good enough, in a good enough shape to be taken forward, and you go ahead and work on that. So that's all about transforming. And this is where Power Query Editor comes into picture. We'll go through that in a while. I'll give you a simple example on top of that, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'll just come down a little bit, and what we will do is we'll just work on data modeling again. Data modeling is all about the tables that you have loaded into Power BI. You want to connect them all together, and you'll be building a data model, and that is what is called as data modeling. This is essential if you want to go ahead and bring two informations from different tables, and you want to go ahead and create a chart, graph, or something like that out of it. So yes, we need this relationship to be built. That's the whole point of data modeling. We'll deep dive into that. We'll understand how that is to be done. All of that is what is coming up in our course. Okay. Now look at this. We'll go ahead and work on DAX extensively, like I said. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start off with some aggregate function. We'll go through some of the other important discussions and arguments over, columns and measures, and what is a column, when to go for a column, when to go for a measure, what is the difference between a column and a measure. This is one of the widely used or kind of confused topics within DAX. So when to use what, and we'll just go deep dive into that. We'll go ahead and talk about a lot of different functions like date and time functions, the logical functions, if function, and other things, relationship functions, where you'll go ahead and, kind of look up some details from a different table and bring some details together. So all of that can be done. And we'll also go ahead and talk about text function. And one of the important things that we'll go ahead and do is we'll work on time intelligence function. Now, this is where we build something called as a date dimension. We use a calendar function to go ahead and, come up with dates. And we'll be going ahead and building a table, connecting that to our data model. We'll understand the importance of a date dimension, so on and so forth. So a lot of things are coming up in our course. And this is going to be good, nice foundation for you to go ahead and understand and work with your DAX based working. So that's important. And with this foundation, I think you should be able to go and, think and also tackle all of the different problems, complex or simple problems that you get in your project environment. So that should be very easily tackled. And this is the goal of this particular section. And this is kind of, curated from that perspective. So we have included all of the important details, and that's what is available here. Okay. Once you have worked on transforming your data, once you have worked on the DAX part of it, that is when you should be working on visualizing your data, getting those charts, graphs, and other details out. Yes, Power BI is a visualization tool, but you're not going to start off with visualization just at the very beginning. Okay. So let's say, for example, your data is not clean. Let's say your data is not that good enough. You don't want to start off with visualization because you may not be able to bring up a nice, good visualization for that matter in this particular case. So it is important that you clean your data. It is important that you derive everything that you want using DAX-based expressions or your formula languages, and then you deep dive into visualization phase. And we will go and cover visualizations in detail as well. We'll create a lot of charts, graphs. We'll work on some slicers, filters, and other things, a lot of interactions and other things that we will go and touch base on. And then we will build a report actually from scratch. I'll show you how I can do that with a very simple data set. And I think I had one open here, which was just, I was just reviewing one of my students, reports here. I'll just bring that up here. Have a look. This is what I have. Look at that. It's a capstone project done by one of our students, and I was just reviewing that. Look at this particular report. This is what I want you to go for. And we will be going in and working on something like this. This is Zomato's report, and one of our students has built it, and it's a capstone project. I'm not kind of giving you any wrong information. This is something that I was just downloading and reviewing it. And that's what, will happen when we go through our details. So we will go and build our report, and it's going to be an interactive report. It's going to be an intuitive report that we will go and build. And these reports are really going to be helpful in kind of understanding the nitty-gritty details of those interactions and what the customer wants. And that's the whole point of it. Now, once this is all done, what we will do is once our report is all built, you're not going to keep it with yourself. Yes. So you want to go ahead and share that with someone, and you are going to share it and publish it to Power BI servers. You're going to share it to your audience, your team members, your end users and all of that. And that's what we will go and talk about next. So how do you go and publish this to a Power BI service? It's more like a server where you go and publish it. And again, like I said, we'll understand how to use it for free for the next 60 days or so. And that's going to be something that I'll tell you when we go through that. And then there is a lot of security and other things that we'll go and talk about. So this is the entire course content. We have the in-class project coming in. I'll be building a project for you. I'll be sharing some details with you as well. I'll be giving you 5 capstone projects to go ahead and work on. Those are going to be slowly and steadily given to you because I don't want to just push everything to you and then you don't have to go ahead and confuse yourself in starting and working on any one of them. I'll give you these things step by step, one by one. And our previous batch students have already been doing that. That's what I said. This is one of the students submitting their projects. I'm just reviewing that particular project. Look at the neat and clean, report that they have built. And this is how you want to go and build these things and come up with your reports. Yes. So that's what I'm talking about. And finally, like I said, we'll touch base on what's Microsoft Fabric. It's a new term that is in, you know, famous, getting famous in the recent past. So we'll just understand what is the, kind of hype around the Fabric concept, and we'll just go and understand what that is. Okay, so that's the entire course content. So like I said, we will not be jumping right into the visualization phase. This is though a data visualization tool. We'll understand the basics. We'll go and connect to our data set. We'll go and transform or cleanse our data. We'll go and do some data modeling because you may want to connect the tables together, bring the data together in order to leverage the information from different tables and build a single visual. And then we'll work extensively with DAX. That's what I said. You'll not get this kind of a foundational and good, nice interactivity on DAX anywhere else, but we'll go ahead and do that. We'll reserve at least 8 hours to 10 hours max on DAX. And then we will go ahead and work on visualizations, and that's what is coming up. And yeah, we'll go ahead and build some in-class projects. And these are the different ways of just going ahead and working with Power BI. And yes, again, like I said, you will get those complimentary videos on how to go ahead and work on SQL and other things. So you also get those different components there, right? Good. So that's what I said. And these are all the different things that I have. And like I said, I'll be your instructor. We'll have our daily sessions. We'll have our 1.5 hour of session. And that's how this is all going to be structured. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things. I'll just go ahead and introduce you to a Power BI environment. I'll go ahead and give you a glimpse of this environment. We'll go ahead and do some, kind of data cleansing. We'll go ahead and talk about some environments here, and all of this is going to be this way. Are you going to cover the DAX Studio or Tableau editor by any chance? So no, it's not part of this particular course, but yes, we can touch base on that. DAX Studio is a different tool altogether. We're talking about Power BI, but there is a DAX query, kind of an integration here. I'll give you a high level view. Like I said, this is not part of our course, so I'll not be going ahead and covering that in this particular course, but I can give you a glimpse of it. Now, this is not something that is required for you to go ahead and work on. If you're really working on DAX, it's not really required. But what I'll do is I'll go and touch base on that. I'll give you a glimpse of that. This is more of a querying environment. This is more of a validation environment for you. You're not going to go ahead and, you know, do anything with this environment. It's all about just testing and validating and other things. Yes, we had this as a separate DAX Studio as a separate application, but I'm not going to cover this in our course, okay? Because this is not that relevant. What is relevant is going ahead and working on some DAX-based expressions. So you create some columns, you create some measures, you create tables here. That's more of a important details here, okay? Yeah. All right. So yeah, let me go ahead and kind of go through some details here. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to go through these details, and if you are looking for some details that you want, you can contact us. You can just go through this particular link, go through our videos as well, and you can see that we have uploaded a lot of videos. And if you can just search for Power BI, you'll find some videos on this particular channel where I have gone ahead and given some instructions to the batches, and I think we have at least 2 to 3 sessions from the very initial sessions on this Power BI. So just go through that, and you'll get to see all of this. Look at this. This is batch 1, session 2. Go through those videos and understand how is this particular teaching there, and you should be able to go ahead and get a glimpse of all that. and understand how this is all coming up. So Power BI tutorial, Power BI sessions, demo sessions, a lot of things. And even this video will be recorded on our YouTube channel. So go through those details. If you have missed the first half of this particular session, yes, go through the details and you should be able to go and get a fair bit of an idea what is going on in our day-to-day classes. Yes, that's something that you can go and understand. Good. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the tool. I'm just going to open a new Power BI desktop tool and we'll go through the process of kind of, you know, going through the details and all of that. So let's see. So I'm just going to open a new Power BI file here. Just hold on. It's opening on my other screen. I'll just go ahead and bring that up here. Yeah. Okay, good. Now let's go through this here. So the first thing that you do is you'll have to connect your data set. Okay, this is a reporting environment. So the first thing that is required here is we will have to connect to our data set. I'll go and use a data set from the website. We'll go and connect to a data set from our website here today. And let's go and do that. We will deep dive into those nitty-gritty details when we go through our course, and there is a lot of explanation that I have to give. So at least first 1.5, 2 hours of session is going to be on the foundational ways of working with Power BI. But let's get started for the demo purpose here. Let's go and understand that there is a data set. I want to connect to that data set. I want to bring that data set into Power BI. How would I go do that? And when you go and bring these details, when you bring the data into Power BI, what happens is the data is never clean. And mark my words, the data is never clean. Okay. You'll have to go and cleanse your data. You'll have to at least do some changes to your data set. You have to transform your data. You have to modify your data a little bit, at least, to go and have, you know, some changes done so that it is looking nice, so that it is looking good. And then you'll have to go ahead and take it into Power BI to work with those details. Okay. So that is how you want to go ahead and do this. There is no straightforward methods here. You'll have to go ahead and work on this in this fashion. So you connect to your data set is not going to be clean. You'll have to go ahead and do some changes, or we call them as transformation here. And then we will have to load the data into Power BI, work with that data set and come up with your report. Now, there are also different environments and areas that we will touch base on in our course. And like I said, that's a detailed one that I've just gone through. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And, you know, that is what is coming up. So just for the demo sake here, I'm just going to be going on this on a high level. So just pay attention to the details and let's go ahead and see how this goes. Okay. Now I have a website here that is called as worldometers.info. I'm just going to ping this link to you guys as well on the chat box so that you can have this particular link for your reference. But nothing fancy. This is just a, Worldometers website where we have a coronavirus, level information here. And there is some table down below. If you come down a little bit, have a look. This is just a table that just got updated, when we were going through the COVID phase. And this is the table that would have all the updated details. Okay. Now, what you see here is you see that there is this country level information, the total cases, total deaths recovered, so on and so forth. This is a nice, good data set to be brought into Power BI, and you will be able to go ahead and work with this data set. You can actually build a COVID dashboard for yourself, and you can go ahead and have that updated or, kind of connect to this environment, update it, and then look at what's going on. So that's something that you can do. Now, the way this environment is all set up, this website is all set up, is you're looking at today's information, and this is actually the past information. It's not today. It is just the past information. And whenever was the last time it was updated, just before that, there is an yesterday for that. And there is just 2 days ago, details like that. So if I go to the yesterday's section, you'll see that this was some changes that was happening. So now and yesterday, you can see some changes happening. 2 days ago, there is a slight change in the numbers. So all of those details are here. So when we connect to this particular website and when we go through this particular detail over the website, you'll see that there are a lot of tables, right? So then this is now yesterday's information. 2 days ago, we have the main table, we have the weekly trends, we have all of the countries listed here, and this is the country level information. We have continent level information, Europe, North America, Asia, so on and so forth. So we have different continent level information, and all of this is just going to be some information that you'll go and see, and Power BI is going to scan through all of this information and give you that in front of you. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to my Power BI file, and let's go ahead and connect to our data. And you use this icon to go ahead and get to your data. So I'll click on this. And where is our data? Where is our data? Our data lies in a website. Yes or no? So if you look at it, there is a connector for that. There is an option to go get your data from the website. If it is an Excel file, you'll use this. If it is a CSV file, you'll use this, so on and so forth. So that's what you have to go and do. And this is what we have. Yeah. So our data now lies in a website. I'm just going to copy this URL of this website. I'll go back and we will go ahead and say, hey, I want to import my data from the web page. You can see that on the tooltip as well. When I hover onto it, you can see that on the tooltip on the right hand side. Yes, import the data from the web. So let's go ahead and use that option and bring the data from the website into this environment. So I'll click on this web. And let's go ahead and pass the URL. Now we want to go with a basic ways of connecting to our data set. We don't want to do anything complex. We will just keep it simple. We'll just keep it very simple and silly. So we'll just go ahead and say, paste that particular URL. We'll go with the basic, stick to the basics, and I'll just say okay here. All right. Now, so it's going to connect to that particular website. It's going to take some time because this is not the data lying in my local environment. So it's going to take some time. It is going to scan through all of the tables that are there in that particular website, and it is going to give me the list of tables. And what you'll see in some time, in a few seconds here, is that it's going to list all the tables. Very good. It is doing that. And what you'll be able to see is that there are a lot of tables coming in. So this was like all the countries put together. This is like continent level information, the yesterday's table and all of that. So all of these different details are here. And this is how I want you to go ahead and look at your information. All right. Now it all says table 1, table 2. It goes all the way till 10. I don't know which table are we looking at. So what I'll do is I'll go back to my website. And I'll just go with this world total. Let's go ahead and look at this total. Let's go ahead and look at this number here. So what is this? The world total, the total cases for the entire world as of, or I'll just go with the now, detail here. Okay. So this one is going to be 704,753,890. That's the number that I'm looking at here. Yes. So let's go ahead and look at a table that is giving me the same number, and I would like to go and go on with that particular table. So 704,753,890. Just look at this and understand it. Since we are not having the table names, we'll have to go through the values and understand how to go and load that detail. Okay. So I'm just going to click on the table 1. And what that does is it goes and gives you a preview on the right hand side. You'll see a preview come up on the right hand side. Look at that. I'm just clicking on the table name, and that gives you the preview on the right hand side. Yeah. Now let's go and look at the total, the world total here. That's our world total. So 704,753,890. That's exactly the same number that I have. You can also go ahead and refer to other values here, just match it with that particular table, and you should be able to go ahead and kind of get into those details. Yes. So this is our table. But like I said, the data is never clean. The data is never ever clean in your environment. So let's go ahead and understand what is the discrepancy with our data set here. What is all going wrong here? All right. So the first thing that you'll notice is we have a world total. Let's go with total cases. And let's say I want to sum up all the total cases. I want to go ahead and take the sum of all the total cases. You will encounter some issues here. Look at this. The first thing that you see is the world total is given to you. Very good. What is world total? The world total is nothing but the country level information added together. Yes or no? This is what would be your world information, world total. Now you have two of these different details coming in. There is a country level information. There is a world level information, which is again going to be doubling your information when you do a sum of total cases. Yes or no? So you have the world level information. Good. We have the country level information as well. That is not something that is right, because this is just going to be doubling your data if you just go and sum up all of these details. And you'll also see that there are continent level information. Can you see that? Yeah. So Europe, Asia, North America, South America, Oceania, and all of this is all here. Yeah. So all of these are continent level information. So what's happening totally? So when you do a sum of the total cases, it's going to three times, it is going to give you the value three times more than the actual value. Okay. So it's going to 3x your values, and that's not the way you want it. So you understand my point that the data is never clean, and you'll have to go and cleanse this information. You have to go and get it right and then take it forward into Power BI. You're getting my point? Yeah. That's how you want to go and look at it. Okay. Good. So this is how I want you to look at this information, and let's go and do some data cleansing. Now, can someone tell me what is the simplest way? You have a clue in front of you. What is the simplest way that I'll go and get only the country level information and I can skip all of the other world or the continent level information? I can skip all of this. What do you see? There is a small information in front of you. There's a slight clue in front of you. How can you exclude the world level information, the continent level information? Very good. So if someone is saying that not null, just remove or just keep everything that is not null in the serial number column. Very good. That will only retain your country level information. So you know what is the discrepancy with your data. You now have a solution to that. Let's go and fix that. And that's what you have to go and do in Power BI. So you'll have to go and cleanse your data for sure. And this is what I'm talking about, all about the data cleansing. And it is also called as a transformation technique that we go and follow for this. We'll go deep dive into this when we go through our session, but this is what I want you to understand. Yeah. So the first thing, like I said, the data is never clean. You'll have all sorts of discrepancies in your data. You'll have to go and fix that. And the second thing is you'll have to find out a way in which you can go ahead and rectify those in details here. So either you go and exclude all nulls or only keep the non-null values, and that's how you can go and have all of this, kind of cleansed. Yes or no? So that is what I want you to do. I want you to go and look for those details and find out a solution. So let's go and implement that solution. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to tell Power BI that, hey, I want to take this particular detail into Power BI. Yes. So what is it? The table that you have here is to be taken forward. So I'll have to go and check this box, letting Power BI know that, yes, I want to go and take it forward. So let's go and do that. And I'll be taking that forward. So let me just check that box and I say, hey, I want to go take table one forward. Now, what you'll see here down below is you'll see some buttons getting enabled. Yeah. If I were to uncheck this, these buttons are disabled. But if I start checking these boxes, which means I want to either load them, or in this case, we'll have to go and transform our data and then load our data. Getting my point? So yeah, we'll just go and deep dive into these details when we go through our actual sessions, but I'm just going to give you a glimpse of it. So the data is not clean. So first I have to transform my data. I cannot load it directly. So I cannot go with the screen button. So I'll go with transform data as an option and then load our data. Okay. So when you click on transform data, it's going to take you into a different environment altogether. Just hold on, just see. So it's going to open a new window for you. And that window, let's see, it's opening on my other screen. Just let me bring that up here. So it's going to be called as a Power Query Editor. Now, this is where all the transformation happens. Okay, so you'll be going ahead and transforming all of your information in this window. And this window is what is called as Power Query Editor. Okay, if you have worked with Excel extensively, I think you should know Power Query Editor is also available in Excel. And if you have worked on those data models and other things, you should probably be used to this one. But yeah, this is where we go and transform our data. And this is what we have. Okay. Now look at this. There is a lot of nulls here. And you see a filter on top. The very simple way to go and exclude all the nulls is just kind of get rid of all the nulls. Yeah, that's a simple transformation that I can apply to my data set, and you can get done with that. Now, that's not going to be the only, transformation that we want to go and apply. Now look at these values here. Okay. So I want to add all the total cases. So let's say that's what I want to do in my report. But what's wrong? This is a number, and numbers are always right aligned in your Excel file or in Power BI. You can see that they're all right aligned. Very good. What is happening with your total recovered column? What is happening here? There are values like NA not applicable, something like that. And this is a text value. And you also have numbers in your column, yes or no? So you have numbers, you have text values, and overall, Power BI is treating this as text. Can you see that? ABC here. This is 1, 2, 3 here. So the 1, 2, 3 icon refers to a number value, whole numbers. The ABC icon refers to a text value. So the values here are being treated as text. Can you do a sum on top of your text values? No, you cannot sum up the text values. Yeah, you're getting my point. So this is important for you to understand. So there are not just that null values or world and continent level totals coming in. No, there are also data type issues in your data set. Yeah. So if I go towards the right hand side, you'll see that there are a lot of unwanted columns coming in as well. I don't see that in my Worldometer's website, but I can see all of that when I take it into Power BI. So there may have been some columns. There may be like few 10, 20 columns, on the right hand side. There were few more columns on the right hand side, but probably they were deleted. But when Power BI is reading this information, it is able to go and see those different columns, and it is just kind of giving you all of those columns here. So there are a lot of discrepancies with your data, yes or no? So this is something that I want you to understand. You cannot just go ahead and load your data just like that and work with your data. It will always have issues. It will always have discrepancies in it. And you need to go ahead and fix all of that. That's how I want you to look at it. So let's go back and we'll do some things here. Okay. So we'll start off with a simple transformation. Let's go ahead and select all the columns that are all not with a column name and that contains all the null values. Yes. So we have so many columns like that. So I'm just going to do this. Click on the first column here, 10th column, and then shift click on the last column. That will select everything that we have. Yes. So I'll just go and right click on these columns and let's go and remove these columns. That's the first transformation that I'll go and do. So let's cleanse a few things here and there, right? And what can I do about this total recovered section? Right click. Let's go and say we want to replace the values. What do we want to replace them with? I mean, I want to replace these NAs with 0. And then we want to convert this column into a number format. Yes, let's go and do that. So right click and I'll just say replace values. Very simple, like your Excel file or any Word document. If you have just used find and replace, this is to find n/a, and I'll replace that with 0. Yeah. So if I don't do this, if I don't replace these values initially with 0, I cannot go and make this a number, right? So you may want to understand all of those things. So I'm just doing that step by step. So let's go and say, okay. And what happens? These NA is all replaced with zeros. Those not applicable values are all replaced with zeros. And you can see it's all good to go and change the data type. So I'll click on this ABC icon and you'll see that there are this data types that you can set. We want to go with whole numbers because they are whole numbers. We'll go with that same whole number concept. And I click on that, I click on whole number, and that should be fixed. Yes, so now all of these numbers are all right aligned, which means they are all numbers. And I can go and do a sum on top of that, and I should be able to go and get the sum of the total recovered columns. Yes. So we're just fixing these issues one by one. That's how I want you to look at it. Okay. Finally, let's get to our main problem, which is just to retain our country level information and get rid of all of this world total, continent level total, and all of that. Let's go and do that. So I'm just going to show you how many null values we have. Let's go and do a sort ascending first of all. So it's just not the details like this, the continent level details or world level details that are there is also some totals coming in, unwanted totals. Imagine these things just doing like 10x times your actual values. It's just going to double or triple or 10 times give you the values, and that is not the right way of doing things. So that is how I want you to look at your data. You'll have to cleanse your data. So all of this null values are to be removed. So let's go and get rid of it. It's a simple fix. You don't have to do anything here. So if you just click on this and exclude null from this particular detail, just exclude null, and that will only retain the numbers here, serial numbers in this particular file. And those are the 231 countries or details that we have here. That's what is going to be retained. So simple things. And I'll just say, okay, excluding null, we'll just retain everything. And that's what is happening. So you'll see that only the country level information is here. If I go back to my data set, if I go to the very end of it, what is it? 231, information, probably country or some sort of island and other things, level details. I don't know, what to call these diamond princes. Maybe these are all some ships on which they found some COVID cases. They're just kind of retaining. I don't know what that is, but that's what we want to go and look at. So, and we have the same information here. 231 level information. That's what we have. Good. So that's what we have. We have cleansed our data to some extent, but you can always go and look for other details, other discrepancies, and you can always go and fix that. Now, one thing that I see here is the table name is not proper. So what you can do is you can right click on this, you can rename it, or you can also refer to your name for this particular table using this right-hand side section. I'll just go ahead and rename this to COVID dataset. Let's go ahead and call that as COVID dataset. That's what I'll do. And that's a good way to go ahead and, keep your data uh, with a good, nice naming convention. You can understand what that data is all about. You can load it and then you can have that particular table called as COVID dataset. All of that is good. So that's the best ways of working with your data, right? Okay, let's go ahead and close and apply. Now we are here in this window, yes or no? If you remember, we were getting started with this particular icon. We were connecting to our web as an option. That took us here to go and transform all our data. Now we want to go back. We want to load our data into Power BI. We want to go back to that main window. This is just a temporary window where we are transforming our data. We want to get back to our original window. So what should we do? We should go ahead and do something called as close and apply. Sorry for that. Close and apply. And we want to close this window and then apply all the changes and take our data into Power BI. So the data pane here will give you the details or data or tables here. So I'll just show you how that works. But what we have to do is we'll have to just say close and apply, close this particular window, apply all the changes that we have gone through, and then take it forward into Power BI's main window. Yeah. So let's do that. Close and apply. Click on that icon, and that should close this window. Apply all the changes. It says it's not being applied, but it is going to be applied. And you will see that the COVID data set is going to be loaded into Power BI. It's doing some things behind the scene. It's going to read all of that information, do all the changes that we have done, and load it into Power BI. Yeah. So once we have that, we should be able to go ahead and build all of those details. So I think you're getting that point. Yes, that's how we want to go ahead and look at these details. Okay, look at that. COVID data set looks clean. No unwanted columns. We deleted all of that. Let's go to our table view. There is something called as a table view. We'll just go through that in a detailed fashion when we go through our session. But look at that. We only have the country level information. We don't have any other, incorrect information added to our data set. It's just nice and neat country level details. And that's how we have got our data. I hope you're getting this, right? Now it's all about just building our report. So what I can do is I'll just quickly show you this. All right. So let's go ahead and add a text box. We'll just go ahead and keep it like that. And I'll just go ahead and minimize a few things here. Okay. So let's quickly build our COVID dashboard. So I'll just say COVID um, dashboard or report. We call this as a report. But yeah, let's go with that name. And I would like to go ahead and have something like this done. Let's go ahead and increase the font size a little bit. Let's go and do a 36 point here. Yeah, we'll just keep it that way. And you can align it the way you want it, but I'm just good with that. So that's how I do it. I'm just going to have a little background given. So if I go to the effects section, if I go and do this, let's just do something like a red color because that COVID, icon would have a red color. I'm just not going too much darker, but we'll just go with that darker red, and that just goes and you know, kind of gives me a black text on top of a red background. So I'll just go ahead and make sure that the font color is all white. So let's go ahead and choose that and apply the white color. So that's our COVID dashboard's title. Let's go ahead and quickly bring up the totals. Yes. So I'll go here and I'll use a card visual. There is something called as a card visual here. Oops. The card visual here. Let's go ahead and click on that. And that's going to give me a way to add those big bold numbers. Yes, I hope you have seen those COVID dashboards. So I'll just say COVID dashboard. Let's see. Dashboard. And if I go to the images, you'll see all of those COVID dashboards. Yes, you should have seen all of this. Yeah. Let's go with this one. This is a very famous COVID dashboard from, I think, some universities data. So you can see that big bold numbers coming in, and I don't know if this is in some other language, okay, European language, and yeah, that's how we have it. So those big bold numbers are really telling you, great story. So there is something like total positive cases, and all of that. I don't know, I can't read all of that. Probably this is like the deaths, count and all of that. So that's what you can do. So you will have all these big bold numbers coming in, no matter which one you're just considering. These big bold numbers really talk a lot, and we will go ahead and build something like that. Okay, so a simple report, I'm just going to show you that here. So let's go ahead and say total cases is what I want, and look at that, that's our total cases coming in. You can do amazing things with this one. You can build and kind of format it the way you want it. Look at my other report that I showed you, this one from my student. Yes, so they have just gone ahead and formatted the text, the font, and other things. You can always work on that as well. But let me quickly do this. Okay, let me just go to this particular section. I'll make it bolder. I'll make it to match with that COVID cases. There's this background color and all of that. And that's how I have it. Okay, so I'm just going to go do a couple of things here, just making sure I'm just formatting those details. And yeah, look at that. That's our total cases coming in. Okay. Now you want to have some other values brought in. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll just Control C, Control V. I'll copy this particular card visual. Control V again. I'm just copying all of that, and I'm just going to build something like, let's go ahead and remove this value, and let's go ahead and add total deaths. Look at that. That's that easy. I'll remove this and I'll just say recovered. So let's go ahead and do some color changes here so that we give it a nice good value. So let's let the red be red, but I want to make it a little bit of a brighter red. So let's just go ahead and do that. And I'll just go with some brighter red for the deaths here. Okay. And we'll just go do a COVID recovery thing with some green. So let's go ahead and add some green to that. And this one, let's go ahead and have a blue color coming in. Yes, let's go ahead and have some blues, just some bright blues. So that's how we want to have it. So look at that. That's a simple ways of going ahead and building your report. I mean, we will do amazing job when we go ahead and dedicate more time towards our dashboard. But of course, we'll go ahead and work on that. Okay, I'll show you some of the reports that we created in our, let's see, our session. So one of the other reports that I wanted to go ahead and show you is this one. So I'll just go ahead and give you a glimpse of it. It's from a simple sample data set that we have. So I'll just go ahead and open that. And I hope it's opening on my other screen. I'll bring that up here. But that's what I wanted to go ahead and discuss. So it's all about connecting to your data set, understanding what is wrong with your data set, going and fixing that, bringing that here. We'll go ahead and work on a lot of data model. Okay, so this is our data modeling environment. We'll go deep dive into these things when we go through our course. I'm going to explain about each and every section in detail, and that's what is going to be there. So look at this report here. How is this report looking like? Yeah, we just had some sample data set. We have some Starbucks logo. This is the report that we have. This is an interactive and intuitive report. So if I click on 2017, look at those values change. Jan 2017, these values will automatically change. So these are all going to be very interactive report. Yes, and I can go ahead and have a state and details for a state, particular state kind of brought in. We also have some, profits going negative. We also have some conditional formatting applied. We have that red color coming in. A lot of things can be done, and this is what we will be building in our session. This is the in-class project that I'll do, and this is how it's all being done. Okay, so this is again a good, nice way to go and work with your environments. And we have different ways of navigating. Let's go to our home page. This is going to be our welcome screen. From that, if you want the user to be taken to the sales page, I'll click on this button and I'll be moving to this particular page. So a lot of navigations, a lot of interactions, and all of this is what I'm going to set up in our environment, and that's what we have for you. Okay. So this was just a glimpse of what we are trying to do. There are different data sets. I can just go and talk about all of this for the entire day. But yeah, this is just a demo session for you, just to give you a glimpse of what is to come. And I've just gone through the course content. If you have any questions, you can reach out to my team. You can reach out to myself. Just ask for the trainer. If you have any questions before you want to enroll, we can have a discussion and we can go and get things clarified if you want to enroll after some questions to be clarified, right? So I can do all of that. Yeah, so just go through our website. I'm just going to paste this link one more time in the chat box here. So go through this particular link, and I'll also post the details about our YouTube page where we have Power BI videos. Go through that. We have just uploaded and given those different details. I'm just going to paste that on the chat here as well. So go through all of those details and yeah, let me know if you want any clarifications. You can contact my team and you can always come back and clarify that with either my team and myself. That's what I wanted to go ahead and talk about. Okay, I'll just pass this on to my teammate again. So, Karthik, you can take it over. And if you have any other things, you can start sharing them on the call here. Yes, I'll stop sharing. And team, just go ahead and put your questions on the chat. I'll just be able to take it up. Otherwise, yeah, over to you, Karthik. Yeah, let me see. He's still on mute. So my team has requested to share your numbers, WhatsApp number, to so that they can add you to a group where we have all those details. So yeah, please share that. And yes, over to you, Karthik. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Ambarishan. Thanks for the wonderful session. So, my team has requested you everyone to share your mobile number and sorry, your WhatsApp number and your name. You can just like if you haven't shared yet, you can just text your WhatsApp number and your name in the chat box, please. Yes, I'm receiving few. So I'll just give you 30 seconds of time. So please share the WhatsApp numbers and your name in the chat box so that like you'll get our further updates and like you will be added to a project group. Okay, so we have a project and discussion group actually. So you will be added to that group and you can get the further updates also there. And I'll quickly answer a question. So someone asked here, like, what is the difference between like Raj Informatica and Raj Cloud Technologies? So initially, like, we are into only one technology, that is Informatica. So we named our institute as a Raj Informatica. Okay. So later on, like, we have added like many courses. Later on, like, we have added many courses. So from there, like, it becomes like Raj Cloud Technologies. You can see here. You can see a left side top of the screen. Raj Informatica is now Raj Cloud Technologies. Okay, initially like we have only Informatica Power Center course. That is the reason why like we named it as like Raj Informatica. Now like we have included like many courses here, many cloud technologies available, and we are planning to add many more as well. Okay, so we renamed our institute as a Raj Cloud Technologies. That's it. So yes, I have received few mobile numbers and like names. Yeah. Okay. So if anyone misses, you can just like share. Okay. So as I told you initially, okay. So we will be giving some offer. So who attended today's demo session? Okay. So only the offer is available only today because you people are completely like understand the topics like whatever we have discussed till now. Okay. So like this offer is applicable for only you people who are in this demo. Okay. And as Amrishankar explained you very clearly about our course content. Okay. So session timings and like what are the contents included here. Okay. So if you have any queries regarding the content or if you wanted to add any topics also, like feel free to contact us so that like see we are very open. We are very open. Like if there is any something important topic like that you wanted to go for in this, if you want to include in this course content also, we are very open and like we can take over that too. Okay, so yes, we'll give an unmute option as well for you. We'll give an unmute option also. So just give us 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so we'll share the like complete offer details and all. Then like we'll give an unmute option. You can unmute and you can raise whatever the questions you have. You can ask to us, no problem. So this is our mobile number. This is our WhatsApp number and calling number as well. 8105296858. Okay, so you can contact us on this number. You can call us or you can WhatsApp us. We will be available from morning 8 a.m. to night 11 a.m. No, so night 11 p.m. Okay, so 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. we will be available for you. Okay, so we'll help you on this. Now just coming to the offer. Okay, So our course price is 15,000 rupees. Okay, 15,000 rupees. This is our course price actually. Okay, so the people who are going to enroll today, you are going to get a discount of 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees, so that your course fee will be just 13,000 rupees. I repeat you once again, this price is available only today. This price is available only today. Okay, so like we are accepting two types of registrations actually. So one is a fully paid, okay. So in this fully paid registration, you are going to make the payment of 13,000 rupees now, and you're going to get the complete course access. That is our website access, WhatsApp group access. Okay, so everything like you're going to get here like once after your full payment. Okay, so now right after your payment, you're going to get a complimentary course. Complimentary course Oracle. Okay, complimentary course Oracle will be available for you now. Oracle SQL will be available for you. Okay. So and you're going to see previous batch, first 10 classes recordings also. Okay, so if you can pay today 13,000 rupees, you're going to get complete course access in your website. Okay, so like you're going to get the Oracle SQL access. Okay, and you're going to get the previous batch first 10 classes videos also. You can ask me like why these videos are needed now. Okay, so as you're going to the live already, so why these videos also needed for you. Okay, so if you can watch the videos now, see the batch is starting on 10th of January. Okay, 10th of January, like we are starting the batch. Still we have 4 more days. If you can watch the videos, if you can like try to watch the videos, if you have free time, if you can watch the videos, you will understand at least like if you can cope up with like 30 to 40% of knowledge like you can gain from the video. Okay, and like when you are attending the live session, you know that like where to concentrate more, where to like concentrate more, like where to you should grab the things. Okay, so where the difficult topics are discussed, you will be like knowing all the things before the session itself. Okay, so that it will be like very easy for you to understand the session also. See, someone, if you attend the live session now, so you might get around 80% of knowledge in the session. Again, like you'll be watching the recorded video, right? Again, you'll be watching the recorded video multiple times. That is the reason why like many people are requesting for the videos for lifetime. So like we are doing the same too. Okay, so if you can watch the recorded video earlier, and if you can attend the live session, okay, then it will be like very effective for you. Okay, you can gain complete 100% knowledge in that live session itself. This is the advantage of these videos. Okay, and obviously, like, see, when the live batch starts, like on the 10th of January, whatever the live batch starts, you are going to hear each and every topic from the first. Okay, and like you are going to learn the complete 10 classes also. Like once again, you're going to see in the live sessions too. Okay, and the second type of registration is partially paid. Okay, second type of registration is partially paid. Okay, so if someone want to go for the partial payment now, okay, if someone want to go for partial payment now, yes, you can pay partially now. So our registration charges are 5,000 rupees. Our registration charges are 5,000 rupees. You can pay 5,000 today and you can enroll for the course. Okay, so your discount will be 1,000 rupees, and your course price will be 14,000 rupees only today. Okay, so I'm repeating you once again. Okay, these offers, see both the offers, whatever these like fully paid and partially paid registrations. So this offer available only today. Okay, so if you want to enroll after today, so your course price will be 15,000 rupees only. Okay, your course will be 15,000 rupees only. Okay, so for the registration, you can contact on this number. You can contact on these numbers I am sharing in the chat box. Okay, So you can just go to our website also. You can go to website and you can pay. Okay, but like as you're availing the discount, so you can go like we accept like each and every payment method. Okay, we accept we accept credit cards, we accept like for UPI, we accept bank transfer. So every payment method is available. If someone want to go for the UPI payments, you can pay to this number and you can share the screenshot to us so that like we'll start your registration and we'll proceed further. Okay, so this is today's offer about the partial enrollment and full enrollment. If you want to see about the course reviews, if you want to see about the course reviews, you can check it out here. You can check it out here. I have shared the like reviews link also. Okay, so now I'm giving the unmute option for everyone. If you have any questions, okay, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. Yeah, for everyone, I have given the unmute option. You can unmute and you can ask like one by one, please. One by one, please.
Shall I talk to you, Mr. Raj?
Yes, please, Shilpagar. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello. Yeah, actually, see, I think most of the audience here are registered valuers. Okay. So, I have the data of the company, say for 5 years. I have the turnover, revenue mix, I have the expenses, then I have the profit, then I have the balance sheet also for the 5 years. Okay. Considering this as an example of the data, can you little bit explain to me how I can use Microsoft Power BI to make any meaningful, like how do I use that for this data and then come out with what? You understand my point?
Yeah, I'll take up that question. Yes. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so that's what we will go and learn in our course. And like I said, we were just connecting to this COVID data set. And what would you like to bring up
Okay.
in the COVID data set? The COVID data set is all about understanding the information about total cases, total recovered, total deaths. And you probably can go and have some charts and graphs and have, like, for example, continent wise, total cases. We can have some, bar charts coming out and saying that, hey, this is how the details are by different continents or different countries. So that's what we want to go ahead and do. I'll show you the other report that I had here. Now look at this. This is more like a sales data set. And we are trying to go ahead and project and showcase what is our sales value. And it's going to be an interactive report. That's what we can go ahead and get to. And you will be able to see that, this is based on our sales data. And 2017, if you click on it, what happens here? So the idea is, when you say you have a data set, you would know better what are the insights required out of it. Probably you'll get a requirements document otherwise, and you'll understand what are the details that has to be showcased in your report. So we are just building a reporting environment here. So the requirements may come to you, or if you are the data set owner, you'll understand how to go ahead and showcase those information. Is it going to be some sort of charts and graphs? I mean, you can put it in a charts and graphs. We'll talk more about what charts to use and when to use all of that in our sessions. But this is what I'm trying to kind of, highlight here. So you would understand what is the data set that you have in hand, what are the insights that are required. And based on that, you may want to bring up those things in a visualization, and you're going to talk one single story out of it. So that's the whole point of it. And yeah, it may depend on the data set that you have. You can bring out those insights and kind of showcase that. Yeah. Is that what you're looking for? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to know. Suppose I understood. Suppose I have a
Mhm.
forecast. I can make more meaningful story of the forecast what I have. But then I also have some assumptions, and then I get the value of what is the entire company value.
Mhm. Yeah, you can do
So,
all of that. So forecasting can be done. You can have some variables with which you want to interact and, kind of
uh,
come up with some sort of a calculation, and that can be implemented here to adjust. Let's say there is a slider and you want to adjust this slider and say, hey, if this value goes to, let's say, from 2 to 4, what happens in your chart? We can do all
huh,
of that.
huh,
So all of those things can be done. We call this as what if analysis. So you can do all
huh.
those what if analysis, and that can be pretty much done. So all you have to understand is how to work with Power BI. So we'll talk about DAX, where we write some calculations. If you can build that calculation, then it is pretty much easy to go and integrate all of that into your reports. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions? Yes, please.
Ambarish,
Yes.
I have one question here. Okay, so how much experience we can show this for this training attended? Since I have 14 plus years of IT industry experience on different platform,
Mhm.
after attend this training, so what level of training, what level, maybe 1 year or 2 years experience we can show, or how much level we can expect it from this training?
Yeah, so you can show at least one or anything above 1 years of experience, but everything depends on what you're doing in your interview. Let's say you talk about 2 years experience, let's say 5 years experience. I mean, I'm not going with some random numbers. Let's say you're showcasing something like that. But if you're not able to perform in the interview, then it can clearly showcase saying that you don't know anything about Power BI. I mean, I'm not pointing anyone here, but I'm just kind of highlighting the scenario here. So what I'm trying to tell you is if you're putting 2 years of experience, you have to justify those 2 years of experience. So there is going to be very hard for you to find some freshers opening right now, because we are going through a lot of different phases now and then, and not that the market is not, you know, exactly the same. Like 6 months ago, there were a lot of freshers opening. Let's say this has come down a little bit now. Okay. And we are talking about some recession in US. It is at the verge of recession. Maybe it's not coming up. Maybe it's going to happen sometime soon. So I don't know what's going on, but that all depends on, the way the market behaves here. So what I'm talking about now is, if you're showcasing that experience, do justification to that. If you're prepared, if you can showcase those things, then that would be better. Otherwise, keep it as low as possible, because if you say 1 year, 2 years max, even if you have some wrong answers given in your interview, you can kind of escape. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult if you want to justify those sort of levels of expertise. So that's how I want you to look at that particular part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so earning is different, and then in the real time scenario is different, right?
Yeah.
So for 35 days, right? This is total training duration is 35 days, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
35 days to extend to 40 days, right? So in the
Yeah.
40 days, so 40 days, in what level we can learn, and what level you people are going to teach us is for only for high level, or
No,
it's an
no.
for in-depth level, right?
Yeah,
That's what
once
I'm
this
asking.
training is done, see, I don't want you to just look at this 35 hours. 35 hours is for me to go and deliver the lectures. Okay. So these are things from my side, the inputs from my side. But what is your input here? What is your contribution here? That depends on how efficient you are after that 35 days of training. So 35 days is all about me telling you how to work with Power BI. There are a lot of different topics, a lot of different environments. There are going to be, let's say, 10, 20 people in the call. I get 2 questions from each one of you. There's going to be a lot of questions. So the time is dedicated in such a fashion that we are going to teach you all of that, but your contribution here is also required. And it's not just about, looking at the videos, getting to know those concepts. No, you'll have to jump into this and then you have to work on it. So it takes a lot of practice for sure. I would say after the course is done, I would ask you to at least on a good nice level work on this tool for next 2 weeks or so, or probably a month, and then start looking for those details, those jobs. You can crack those interviews very easily. But I'm pretty much confident at the end of this particular course, you'll be building your own reports. That's something that I want you to for sure look for. See, I just opened a report. Like I said, this is one of my students' report. I'm just reviewing that report right now, and look at the expertise that we have here. So we have a nice clean report coming up, and that's what I'm showcasing here, right? So this is what I'm talking about, and you may want to go ahead and understand how that is all set up. Yeah. So yes, you'll be confident after this course. You should be able to work on those things, but I want your inputs as well, your practice as well, and that's going to contribute to the entire thing. Yeah.
That's correct. Date. And
Yes.
one more questions. And
Yes.
what kind of files are going to accept Power BI? Means it's a CSV file, a JSON file, VRC file, a
So
paragraph file, right?
yeah.
So it's only for a structured file, or semi-structured file, or unstructured file. So what kind of files are accepted?
Yeah. We are going to work with only structured data here. We are not going to work on unstructured data. Power BI is not meant for unstructured data. You can
Okay.
use Python and other things for that, but not here. So look at this. This is how we have it. So these are all the different data sources. You have the file-based environments where you can load the data from, databases, and also Azure-based platform, cloud-based platforms. So these are all the different data sources. So I just did this. I went to get data. You just go to more option here, and Power BI Desktop is going to be a free option. You can download and keep it. So this is what you have, and look at this. These are all the data sources that we can go and connect to, and every one of them is a structured data set. When I say structured data set, data source, it's more like your tabular format of the data. Simple as that, right? So that's what we will go ahead and connect to, and that's what Power BI is used to working with. So I would say structured data is what we go with, but we will go through a lot of things. Like I said, we'll connect to some Azure-based data set. I connected and showed you the web-based data set. We'll work with CSV files, Excel files, databases on our local machine. So we'll go through a lot of things in our session, and that's all coming up. Yeah.
Okay. Even the JSON and XML file also it's supported, right?
It supports
Supported.
it. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If it has a tabular format of the information, and if it can read the tabular format from your XML and JSON file, that is what it pretty much needs. That's it.
Okay. So in this training, you are going to cover all these things, right? For text files, XML file, JSON, and paraquet file also in this training,
Not the
part of this
Parquet
training.
file. No, I
Okay,
will not
fine.
cover everything. There are a lot of different things. Yes, I can touch base on XML or JSON file. If you want, we can do that. I can always look for those details, because see, if you ask me, let's say there are 10 people and one person is asking for Oracle, the other person is asking for PLSQL or something else, some MySQL, or let's say Microsoft SQL Server. I cannot have all of these databases installed. So what I'll give you is I'll give you a glimpse of what we can do, and you can understand based on that. I mean, we'll not connect to every data set out there in the world. We'll just connect and understand how to connect to a database, how to connect to a file, how to connect to a website or a cloud-based environment. That's all I want to go ahead and showcase. And it should pretty much be easy to connect in your environment, in your project. And if needed, you can get some help from your colleagues, right? So the first time alone, you'll have to understand how to connect to those different details. But yeah, pretty much it's all going to be the same. If you understand how to connect to a database, it's the same thing for every database. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yes, Swati. Yes, please.
Yeah, I just have a small question regarding the time. So
Mhm.
is there a possibility that you can take the evening batch a little later, like around 8:30 or 9, if you are visible, or like if everybody is okay with that?
Certainly, I'll take that as an input, and let me check with my team and also others who are joining the batch. I'll see if I
Mhm.
can, kind of take it a little later. Otherwise, where are you from? Are you okay with a morning session, morning batch? We will
No,
have a
no, no. I
okay,
am not okay with the morning batch. I won't be
okay,
able to.
okay,
Currently, I'm in UK.
okay.
So
All right.
so that morning batch will not work for me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like during the evening, that's why I'm saying, like, if you can take it at around 9, that would be great for me.
Okay, let me just take that as an input. I'll just discuss with my team, and also we'll see
Or
what.
maybe if
Yeah.
there is any, the weekend batch you're taking, I'm okay with any time. I'll get up and I'll attend. But if because your batches are specifically you have to take from laptop as well. So even if I'm
Right.
out, I'll not be able to attend
Mm-hmm.
with my phone.
Yes.
So that's why I wanted to ask, like, if you can change it to 9 p.m.
Sure,
or
sure. I'll
something.
definitely look into the possibilities here. Let me just take that as an input, take it to my team.
Or
We'll also
okay, or
consider
the
the
evening
timings for
batches.
that. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yes, we'll
Thank
do
you.
that. Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
No problem.
Yeah, hi, this is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. So, can you people see, like, I can see like a 24 people here in the session. So, can you people please like post like feasible, your feasible timings, like at what time, like, that will be better for you. We can go for the evening sessions, like from 7 p.m. to like 9 p.m. Okay, so just let me know your feasible timings so that like if like many people will go, like which timings will be suitable, like we'll just go for it. Okay, so Yeah, the morning batch is also available. Okay, so if someone want to move to the morning batch also, yes, the morning batches are also available. Okay, so you can just like text me in the chat box, please. Like at what time it will be free for you. I mean, like what time it is more comfortable for you to take the sessions. Like 8 p.m., 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Like I'm getting responses actually. Okay, so you can please post here so that like we can plan for that particular timings, please.
Raj, I have one more question here. Raj, sometimes you are not able to attend the morning sessions. So if you're not if not attend, and we can attend the evening batch also.
So if you cannot attend like both morning and evening sessions, yes, there is a possibility for you. Like we will be providing the recordings. Okay. So like the complete course recordings will be provided to you. And like see, there will be a separate assistance for this. If someone like who is taking this like complete recordings, okay. So for you, like the trainer assistance will be given to you. Whatever the questions you have, so there will be a separate WhatsApp group for you people. So there like you can post like whatever the queries, like whenever you're posting in a day. So whenever you get free time, like whenever you're practicing at that.
No, that is not comfortable zones to discuss
No, I'll just
something,
like,
right? So, okay,
okay.
so yeah, it's an online course, right? It's online courses. So, is sometimes we are available in the morning batch, sometimes you are available in the evening batch. So, comfortable is there in this training or not? It's my question.
Yes, see, like if you are say now you have taken the evening batch, okay. So now like the batch starting from 10th of January, okay. So this is a evening session, okay. So now you have joined for the evening session. Like after 10 days or 15 days, like your shift timings got changed or something, some other personal reasons, like you want to switch your batch to morning. Yes, there is a possibility. You can just like inform to us so that like whatever the like morning batch is going on at that particular time, if there is any possibility, if the still the batch like whatever the content is going on, if it is comfortable for you, we'll move you to that batch, or else the next whatever the upcoming batch will be there. Like see, for every month, like we'll be starting the batches. Okay, so most probably like within 15 to 20 days, like we'll be starting a new batches for you here, so that like we'll move you to that batch also. Whatever the comfortable things that we can deliver for the student, like we'll be doing that.
So we currently have a morning batch running, and that's coming to an end. And I think that ends in like 1 or 2 weeks from now. And there is not going to be a synchronization with the morning and evening timings. I mean, if there is slight gaps like this, or kind of start and end time is different, you cannot expect the same content to be covered in the morning and evening. We will have that synchronization if the batches are starting for morning and evening on the same day, but probably for this batch, I think we are just starting off with the evening batch. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Karthik, on that one. And so that's the reason what Karthik is trying to quote, that I'll not be able to shift you to a different batch altogether immediately. So you'll have to just have some wait period. And like he said, the recordings are available. We can discuss your questions on the next session. So all of those things are available. So we can make use of those things that we have. Yeah. Okay, I have a question on the chat. I'll just take this up. I have a private limited company. How can I collaborate with clients and work for company to work with the team? Okay. I mean, I would rather say this is something that you'll have to figure out, but I'm just going to give you some details. I would say you'll have to go ahead and post your requirement and the other details. You have to show your what can you do for this particular project and what projects you can take up. You want to showcase all of that on LinkedIn or Facebook, or probably run some ads. I wouldn't really go and you cannot find clients just like that. So I mean, it's going to be very difficult for anyone starting a company or owning a company. The things like this is not easy. Okay, so and this is kind of a question apart from what we are learning. It's not all about what we are learning. So I'll leave it to you. It is a lot of other things that we do to go and get a client. So that's not something that I would like to answer, but I would say build your network, showcase your work on LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social platforms. Instagram is also a good way where people are getting a lot of clients. I mean, you don't have to have those top-notch MNCs and things like that coming in as a client. There are small clients whom we work for, and we can get amazing pay out of them as well. So I mean, that is how I would like to showcase this. But like I said, this is not a relevant question, but I just wanted to touch base on that and give you an idea. Yeah. So there is a lot going on there, right? So a lot of people are posting ads, showcasing their work, network building. All of this is what should happen, and you'll be able to go and get those clients. Yes. You can also showcase your details on your YouTube channel if you have something. These are all the different ways, and you can go with that. Okay. Anything else, anyone? I saw some people were trying to unmute and talk to me, but probably they did not get a chance. So yes, please go on. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll just give another minute or so. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Otherwise, we can wind up. This
Yeah,
was
I have
just a
one question,
yes, please.
last but not least. And, now AI tools is appearance more, right? Into so all these things happened in a seconds or in a few minutes to create all these kind of reports, right? From AI tools. Yeah, how long is we can journey on these Power BI tool to generate the reports, right? My questions, if you learn this course, a Power BI course, and then joined in one of the company as Power BI developer, and after maybe after some years, maybe after 2 to 3 years, the Power BI kind of work, right? This manual kind of work, it's maybe gone, right? To using AI tools.
See, the AI tools or AI is just a kind of an integration. Can you see this Copilot here? We have
Yes,
Copilot coming in. We
yes,
have
yes.
Copilot coming in Microsoft Excel. So I would say it's just a small part of your entire, tool. The AI is not going to overwrite everything or kind of, bring everything into itself, into its own ecosystem. No, I would rather say it's just a kind of a helping tool or helping aid in your environment. You will have to definitely think, at least the AI has to have an instruction given by a human being to go and build all of this. So there is definitely a human's presence needed. The thinking has to happen from a human, and probably some instructions can be given from Copilot. Some insights can be brought out. I'll show you something here. We have some AI based details here. Okay, so if I go to the visualization section, there is a Q&A option here. If I click on that, it's just going to prepare something here. Okay. And what you can do is just like how you ask Siri or Google Assistant for your questions to be answered. So let's say I'm just saying, hey Siri, what's the weather outside? How is the weather outside? And I can get an answer from Siri in your iPhone. So it's like that. And you can ask questions about your data. So for example, I can just go type in my question. I'll say, okay, who are all the top 15 customers by, let's say, profit. Okay, so I'm just asking this, and this is all about asking questions about your data. So your data is here, the orders table and all of that, and I'm just saying, hey, who are all my customers, top 15 customers by profit. So what Power BI is going to do is it's going to research on this, it's going to analyze your data, and it's going to give you this kind of a chart and graph. So this is how the AI works. The integration is not full-fledged. There is going to be a huge, let's say 20-30 years. Next is when you'll have a full-fledged AI tool. I wouldn't really think of an AI tool in the near future, 2 to 3 years from now, that is going to eat all your, entire environment like this. No, I would say it's just at the starting phase. Yes, there is a buzz on this AI word and all of that, but I don't think it's going to be taking up those things. So this is all going to be from a human being's perspective. You're thinking about the reports, you're bringing out these reports. By AI would be just an integration with which you can kind of build something faster, maybe instruct it to go and get you something out faster. That's how I'm looking at things, but I don't really think AI is going to go and take over these things in quick time. No. So again, even if that happens, there has to be someone who has to instruct all of these tools to go and do something. So I would say the human presence is always required. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at from that perspective. Yeah.
To work as a data analyst to only Power BI, is it is enough?
No, Power BI plus SQL. If you can master SQL as well, that would be a good, nice combination. So Power BI reporting tool, SQL would be your backend environment where data is being stored. So I would say Power BI plus SQL. And if you know the basics of Excel, these three tools would do more than enough. Uh, the alternatives for Power BI would be Power BI or maybe Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense. These are top tools in the market right now. So if you have heard of these terms, yes, go ahead and explore that. So that gives you a variety of different, learning environments, and you'll have a good, nice technology stack in your resume. So that's how you want to go ahead and have it. So Power BI, SQL is mandatory. Excel knowledge is a good thing to have. And if you can just kind of explore more products for Power BI like Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense, these are top-notch tools in the market right now. That would be the best combinations. Okay.
Okay, is there anything like something I want to know about both Power BI and Tableau? Is it required or only one tool is
No,
enough?
any one is required, but if you learn Tableau, it will give you more options to go and search for job. Let's say you are looking for Power BI, but you're getting more interviews for Tableau. That would be the option that I would like to prefer that way. So that's the only option. I mean, that's the only way I would like to go and, kind of learn. It's a good tool again. Tableau is like, has been there for more than 20 years now, 2 decades, and it's one of the most widely used tools out there as well. So if you learn those top tools, you will have more options to choose from in your job environment. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
Uh, Hi, Ambrish.
Yes, please.
Which one has the more preferable tool, like comparatively to Tableau or Power BI in the market?
Yeah. So Tableau has been, like I said, been there for more than 20 years now, more than 20 years. Power BI was launched in 2014. It picked up pace from 2015 onwards, and I started working from 2015 onwards. So Power BI is relatively a new tool. But having said that, Tableau has not been improving its product. Okay. Tableau was acquired by Salesforce, and after that acquisition, I don't think there has been an upgrade or good, nice updates to Tableau environment. But Power BI is a tool where Microsoft is constantly updating it month on month basis. So you have a lot of integrations, a lot of new features coming into Power BI. Everyone is migrating from these top tools that I talked about, right? Tableau to Power BI, ClickView and ClickSense to Power BI. So everyone is migrating because Power BI seems a cheaper option for the organizations, and everyone is switching towards Power BI. Power BI is also very powerful with respect to the ETL concept. We'll go and learn about ETL concept in our classes. So ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading of your data. So ETL is very powerful here. The environment that we saw, the transformation window that we saw, this Power Query Editor window, this is one of the most powerful windows that you have inside this environment. So this feature is not being matched by anyone else in the market out there. They have their own ways of working. Tableau has its own essence. Tableau is a very good data visualization tool, but it lacks those ETL concepts. So that's how I want you to look at it. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, though these tools have been mastering and kind of dominating the environment for a long time, with Power BI and with its features, it's unable to compete. Microsoft is one step ahead of all of these different players, and that's just making this tool more unique. So Power BI has more demand. Everyone is shifting and migrating towards Power BI. This is one of the cheapest tool out there in the market, at least for the start. But when you look at this overall comparison, when you go do a cost comparison for next 3 years, and so both of them will match. I mean, no one is looking at it. They just want an initial lesser cost for implementation. So that's how they are looking at it. So Power BI becomes cheaper and much better option for them. So that's the reason we have so much of job openings here. So compared to Tableau and Power BI, I would choose Power BI because that has a lot of opening, lot of job openings, and plus work out there. So I would say it's good to be inside this Power BI environment for now. Tableau is just slowly losing its shine, and it's going to go off in some time. I mean, unless and until Salesforce does something better, I don't know how Tableau is going to survive here. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ambrish.
No problem. Yeah. Any questions? Otherwise, anyone? Okay, if not, I think thank you so much for staying till the end. And I see a lot of people have dropped. Thanks for them as well. So thank you so much for joining this session. Like I said, and like my team mentioned, go ahead and look at our website. If you have any concerns or queries, feel free to reach out to us. We are available until 11 p.m. IST, and then you can go and contact us and just let us know the preferred timings and whatever concerns you have. We'll go and tackle all of that. We'll go and mitigate all of that. So we'll just go and deal with all of those details, right? So we'll do that, and yeah, let's see. And hoping for you to join this session. Our session is starting from the 10th of Jan, which is just this Friday. So we'll be starting soon. And yeah, if you have some time to discuss between that, just go ahead and discuss and get things clarified, and hoping to see you on that particular course from 10th onwards. Anything else from your side, Karthik, before we close? I pass it over to you again.
Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Abhishek. Yes. So, guys, like if you still have any questions regarding the registration or anything else, as I told you, so just like visit our website, or else like you can note it down our numbers as well. Okay. So this is our number. Okay, this is our number. 8105296858. You can just like connect on this number and you can clear like whatever the queries you have and the registration process, like anything. Okay, so whatever the doubts you have, you can just clear it out. Okay. So any questions like you can like regarding the registration details and anything else, you can just unmute and you can ask, please. Hope we have cleared every question. Okay, so like we can wind up the session, please. So any questions like you can please post on chat box at least. If you're unable to unmute, just post on the chat box at least. Yeah, I hope everything is clear. So we can wind up the session. Thank you all. Thank you for joining the session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. See you.